Good morning 3C. Good morning 5C. Okay, today we'll go through the second part of our review test, page question 6 to question 11. Okay, so we have gone through once last Thursday. Now this is the second installment of the going through of the review test. Now is today is question 6 to question 11. Okay, let's get the ball start. Let's get the thing started. Which of the following shows the correct order? I want the correct order in which oxygen is transported to other parts of our organ. Okay, so I want the correct order of how oxygen, the keyword here is oxygen, is transported to other parts of our body. I'm talking about oxygen here, and the correct order. Order means which one comes first, which one comes next. Okay, so let's look at each of them and see. Heart. Okay, now we are talking about oxygen. Okay, so heart, oxygen goes from the heart to the nose to the lungs, and from the lungs to the body. No. Okay, heart may pump blood to the nose, correct, in a sense, true. Okay, but if you're talking about the blood here, then the blood from the nose doesn't go to the lungs, so this is actually wrong. And of course, again, if you're talking about the lungs don't, the blood don't go from the lungs to other parts of the body, it must go back to the heart first. So number one is wrong. Okay, now again we talk about oxygen, so look at 2. Oxygen flows from the lungs to the heart through the blood, so the blood brings oxygen from the lungs to the heart, correct. The lungs can pump to the nose, okay, can. However, does the nose after that go to the rest of the body? No, I don't think so. The nose after that will go back to the heart. Okay, so the next one. Okay, yes, the nose, as you breathe in, the oxygen goes from the nose to the lungs through the windpipe. Okay, let's put in the in between here. There should be a windpipe in between. Okay, right. So the oxygen flows from the nose to the lungs through the windpipe. The lungs absorb the oxygen through gaseous exchange, and then once the blood is full of oxygen, it will then be transported back to the heart, and the heart will pump to the rest of the body. So the answer is 3. Okay, so the answer is 3. So it might not just show only the blood vessel, it might just show how the path of oxygen move. So oxygen is breathed in through the nose, surrounding air goes to the lungs through the windpipe. The lungs will then absorb the oxygen into the blood, and the blood returns back to the heart, and the heart pumps to the rest of the body. Okay, so this is question 6. Now we go to question 7. Okay, the diagram shows the exchange of gases. Again, this is gaseous exchange, so I'm going to highlight it. Exchange of gases between animals and plants. So animals breathe out certain gases, breathe in certain gases, and plants breathe out certain gases and breathe in gases, and we see how the gases actually exchange. So X and Y are 2 different gases here. So let's look at this first. Animals breathe in and out. Okay, maybe we use a different color. Let's use in for red. Okay, so animals breathe in. Okay, so you realize Y is the gas that goes into the animals. So what gas do animals breathe in? Animals breathe in oxygen. Okay, so gas Y is actually oxygen, because if you look at the arrows, okay, animals breathe in oxygen. So these animals, gas Y is breathed in to animals. So animals breathe in gas Y, so animals breathe in oxygen, so it's oxygen. Animals breathe out X, so X is coming out of the box. Animals breathe out X, so what gas do animals breathe out? Animals actually breathe out carbon dioxide. Okay, let's write it down. Let me just highlight first. Okay, so animals breathe out carbon dioxide. Okay, and then just to confirm, let's see, plants make food. So when plants make food, let's use a different color. Let's use green. Okay, when plants make food, this process is called photosynthesis, which you will learn next year. Okay, when plant make food, it means it's photosynthesizing. So what gas is needed for photosynthesis? Correct. You need carbon dioxide to photosynthesize, correct? And when you photosynthesize, when you make food, the gas produced is oxygen, correct? So if oxygen comes out, carbon dioxide goes in. So let's look at the question. Based on the diagram above, when, so what time? What time does the exchange of gas X and Y take place for plants to make food? Okay, when does this thing happen? Okay, so they're asking you basically, let me write this down. When does this happen? Okay, when does this process happen, this cycle happen? Okay, in order for plants to make food, you realize that there must be light. Okay, there must be light. If there's no light, the plants cannot make food, the plants cannot photosynthesize. So in order for this to happen, there must be light. So let's look at the options. It takes place under light, correct? It takes place all the time, wrong. Okay, because yes, in the day it takes place, but at night when there's no light, it doesn't take place. It takes place at night, no, because you need light to be present. Okay, so maybe I'll just add that part in. Requires light. Okay, needs light. Needs light. Okay, right. So for this cycle to happen, photosynthesis must take place. So light is needed. So it takes place under the light. So answer is 1. Alright. So this is for question 7. Now we go on to question 8. The graph below shows 3 blood samples ABC from 3 different blood vessels, and here we are talking about the amount of oxygen. So A is so B is the most, C is the least. So let's write this down. Okay, B is the most, while C is the least amount of oxygen. Okay, so with that, once you know that, let's go and see the question. Which blood sample is most likely taken from a blood vessel that carries blood from the body back to the heart? Okay, carries blood from the body back to the heart means it's going back from the heart, from the body, means should we have a lot of oxygen or very little oxygen? So blood that comes back from the body going back to the heart must have very poor in oxygen, must be poor in oxygen. Okay, let's connect these parts together. Okay, the blood that flows back from the body to the heart, going back to the heart, must be poor in oxygen. Remember the game we played, when you return back to heart from the body, it is actually poor in oxygen, so it must be the least. So answer must be C. So answer is 3. Okay, because the blood coming back from the body back to the heart must be poor in oxygen. All right, go to question 9. Okay, so question 9, diagram shows the movement of blood. So all these arrows are movement of blood. So from organ X go to organ Y goes to the rest of the body, rest of the body go back to Y goes back to X again, and the whole cycle repeats again. Which one correctly shows organ X and organ Y? So let's try each of them and see whether it's correct or wrong. Organ X is lungs, organ Y is heart. So if this is lungs, this is heart, let's see. Lungs, blood go to the heart go to the body, correct. Body goes back to the heart goes back to the lung to get more oxygen and remove carbon dioxide, correct. So this is correct. Let's see the rest. Windpipe. Okay, so if X is windpipe and then Y is lungs. Okay, so X is windpipe, Y is lungs. Windpipe, the air, correct. Windpipe, the blood goes to the lungs. Does blood from windpipe go to the lung? No. If it's talking about air, yes. But now it's talking about the movement of blood. So the blood from windpipe won't go to the lungs. So it's wrong. So now let's look at 3. Heart is X, Y is lungs. Heart pump blood to the lungs. Okay, can. The lungs pump blood. Blood from the lungs go to the rest of the body? No. Okay, so lungs the blood from lungs don't go straight to the rest of the body, so it's wrong. So answer is just 1. Okay, answer is 1 because organ X being the lungs, blood from the lungs goes back to the heart pumps to the rest of the body, goes back to the heart pumps to the lungs to absorb more oxygen and to remove the carbon dioxide. Right, so answer is 1. So the next one, question 10, 2 more to go. The diagram below shows the system of a human body. So once you look at this figure, you look at this thing, what system can it be? There are only 5 systems. So this system is your skeletal system. Okay, this one is covered in P4. Okay, so this thing is your skeletal system. Okay, there's a typo error. Let's adjust it. Skeletal system. Okay, so what is the function of the skeletal system? What is skeletal system for? Okay, so very simple. If you study, you will know. Skeletal system support the body, correct? Without the skeleton, we can't stand up. Gives the body shape, correct? That's why we have like shoulders, we have our 5 fingers of a particular shape. It also protects the organs in our body. It does this too. For example, it protects the heart, it protects the lungs. Also, it protects the brain. I put in brain and heart and lungs. Okay, so it protects the brain, the heart and lungs, which are the important organs of our body. So everything is correct. Answer is C. Answer is 3. So answer is 3. Okay, the last one, and that's it for today. Which of the following are systems? Okay, so let's go back to the definition of a system. What makes something a system? A system, basically, this is the definition. Okay, system is made out of different parts, different parts. And what happens to them? They must work together. And to do what? To perform a function. Okay, so system basically means is anything that is made of different parts working together to perform a function. So for example, a bicycle is a system, got wheels, got brakes, got lights, got pedals. So it's made of different parts working together. They are working together, they are not working against each other to perform a function to cycle. Okay, so which one is a system? Mechanical pencil. Is it made of different parts? Yes, you got the cap, you got the spring, you got the lead, you got the handle. Correct, it is a system. Handbag, okay, a female handbag, there's a button, there's a zip, there's the bag itself, the straps. So yes, it's a system. Magnet is just one piece of metal bar. Are there many parts to it? No. Okay, there are 2 poles, correct, but they are not different parts. So no, it's not a system. A key, a normal key out there, just made of metal, just one piece. There's no parts, so no. So answer is A and B. Answer is 1. Alright, so this is the end of part 2 of your paper. I think probably next Friday we can finish the MCQ, and then hopefully we can finish the section B structured part by the end of HBL, and then when we come back we can talk about the open-ended questions. Right, so thank you very much for your attention.